Have you ever looked at a French sentence and thought, okay, wait, I've been learning for months. Why does this still look so difficult? If yes, don't worry. That just means you're somewhere between A1 and B1. And you're exactly where thousands of learners get stuck. Bonjour and welcome back to Airlearn French. Today we're breaking down something every learner needs, but nobody explains clearly. How to learn French from A1 to B1, step by step, with real methods that actually work. If you've been jumping between YouTube videos, random apps, grammar PDFs, and still feel like your French isn't moving, then you must try the Airlearn app. It has easy-to-understand exercises, real-life dialogues, pronunciation help, and speaking practice, which help you pick up a language a lot faster. All right, let's move to the content. At A1, your goal is not perfection. Your goal is to survive in French, like a tourist who just landed in Paris with zero preparation. To progress at A1, you need only 2 things. 1 main learning resource, not 10, daily repetition of the basics. What to focus on at A1. Basic structures. Phrases like je m'appelle, j'habite à, je voudrais, j'aime, je n'aime pas. These patterns will follow you all the way to B2. Numbers, days, food, family, simple verbs like manger, aller, vouloir, aimer, habiter. French sounds can be tricky, but correcting them early saves you a lot of trouble later. A1 methods that work. Shadowing short dialogues. Listen, repeat, imitate the rhythm. For example, bonjour, vous désirez? Hello, what would you like? Un café, s'il vous plaît. A coffee, please. Literally rewriting helps your brain memorize structure. For example, talk to yourself in French while cooking. Je coupe les tomates. I'm cutting the tomatoes. First, 10-minute listening, shadowing. Second, 10 basic vocab reviews. Third, 5 to 10 minutes of reading aloud. Once A1 feels comfortable, it's time to move to A2, the level where French starts becoming real conversations, not just survival sentences. A2 is where most learners say, wow, I'm finally starting to understand things. This is where your French becomes useful, not just school French. What to focus on at A2? Everyday situations, ordering food, describing your day, giving opinions. For example, aujourd'hui, je travaillais jusqu'à 18 heures. Today, I worked until 6 p.m. Je pense que ce film est très intéressant. I think this movie is very interesting. Expanding verbs and tenses. Passé composé, futur proche, réflexif verbs. Example. Je me prépare le matin. I get ready in the morning. Listening to real French, but simplified. Podcasts with transcripts, short videos, dialogue-based lessons. A2 methods that work. Write short paragraphs. For example, describe yesterday. Hier, je suis allé au travail. J'ai vu mes amis. This trains grammar and fluency. Conversations with yourself. Yes, really. Ask yourself questions. Qu'est-ce que je vais faire demain? What am I going to do tomorrow? Start learning useful connector words. Parce que, mais, donc, ensuite, d'abord, finalement. These will make your speech sound adult and not like a robot. A2 study routine, 35 to 45 minutes. 10 minutes listening and repeating, 10 minutes grammar basics, 10 to 15 minutes writing short texts, 5 to 10 minutes reading aloud. Once A2 feels manageable, you're so close to B1, the level where you finally feel like a real French speaker. B1 is the level where everything changes. You stop translating in your head, you start expressing opinions, and you sound more natural, more confident, more you. What to focus on at B1? Talking about abstract topics. Not just I like pizza, but je trouve que, I think that, à mon avis, in my opinion, ce sujet est important parce que. This topic is important because. Intermediate vocabulary. Instead of content, say soulagé, relieved. Instead of problème, say un ennui, an issue. Instead of chose, say un élément, un facteur, un aspect. Real French speed listening. News in slow French. Podcasts, slice of life videos. B1 methods that actually work. Shadowing longer dialogues. 5 to 10 minute audio clips. Opinion paragraphs. For example, à mon avis, apprendre une langue ouvre l'esprit. In my opinion, learning a language opens the mind. Summarizing videos. Watch a 3 to 5 minute French clip. Summarize it in 5 sentences. Conversational fillers. Use natural expressions. Ben, alors, écoute, en fait, tu vois, bref. B1 study routine. 45 to 60 minutes. 1. 10-minute listening, normal speed. 2. 10 to 15 minutes shadowing. 3. 10 to 15 minutes reading and vocab. 4. 10 minutes speaking or writing practice. At this stage, your goal is consistency, not perfection. Small daily habits will push you from I understand sometimes to I can actually express myself. Stop learning single words. Always learn words in a sentence. Example, don't learn voir. Learn, j'ai vu quelque chose d'intéressant. I saw something interesting. 2. Read out loud every day. Even 3 minutes helps your pronunciation and confidence. 3. Use spaced repetition. Review old words as much as new words. 4. Keep one anchor resource, a course, an app, or a book that keeps you structured. And that's how you move from A1 to B1 in a clear, structured way. No confusion, no overwhelm. If you want to practice everything we learnt today, dialogue, speaking, listening, real-life French, the Airlearn app makes it super simple. You get instant feedback and guided lessons at every level. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous. I'll see you in the next lesson.